we're in Australia. Marvin, say hello.
Hi.
We're in Australia. There's the view from the airport. Say hi, Atepot. He just came from the back room. He just came from the back room. Nag-taxi Doki. View from our hotel room. Wow, let's take a look down the street. Look at Marvin, he's tired and sleepy. And don't you think so, Mark? What can you say?
It's a nice room. I'll turn it off.
Now this is the Gold Coast Surfers Paradise at night.
Hey look, let's be voyeuristic.
Teka, tingnan muna natin yung great view and the traffic underneath. And the Planet Hollywood. There you go, there's the Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood. Hard to read, but it's there. Say hello, Atepot.
Hello.
Where are you?
I'm in.
Look, it's the Riddler. It's the Riddler, look. He's so wacky.
Meet the heroes and villains from your favorite DC comics.
The Police Academy Stunt Show. Cool. Ah, naku yun.
Ay, ang mga criminal din.
Welcome everyone to Warner Brothers Movie World's Police Academy Stunt Show! Or as we say here at Movie World, a place where if anything can go wrong, it will. And it usually does right here on the Police Academy set. Now today you're going to see a show featuring a series of stunts that are being worked out to the finest detail by one of the best in the business, Mr. Vic Wilson. Now he's a stunt coordinator who's worked on movies like Gallipoli, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and the hit television series Mission Impossible. Before we get to the show though, I'd like to explain a few things to you. For own comfort and safety, please not sit in the aisles, all the walkways, and under no circumstance allow your children to approach the safety barrier railing here, as it could be dangerous to do so. Thank you. Now, in the movies, stunts are filmed in separate sequences or takes, which are then edited together to make up the overall sequence which you see on the screen. So what you see in the movies probably didn't happen in that order. What you're going to see out here today, though, is real, live, and dangerous. Nobody's going to get hurt, of course, because we only use trained professionals who know their job. Just think about it, folks. Every day when a stunt person goes to work, it's a combination of experience, skill, and calculated risk. There is real danger ever present. That's why the Police Academy Stunt Show is one of the toughest assignments of all for a stunt person. It's a whole show without a break and without a safety net. So please do not try any of what you're about to see out here today at home. Let's just leave that to the professionals. And now, ladies, Captain Harris, sir, it's a lovely surprising moment. Isn't this supposed to be your day off?
Porch of sliding tongue back in your mouth, parked on my boots are clean enough.
Yes, sir, the nursing training.
Have you shaved today?
Not my face.
Sit down, man! Yes, I'm Captain Harris, in case you missed it. And I'm here on the original party hour. Put that thing down! Lipinski! Oh, you're all heavyweights, well, Captain, what is that? You're jumping the fat, sweaty, dirty dance, and get inside, you battle raider! When you look at this dipstick. Move it, Kirby! Move it! Sometime today you beat Paul. Hey, Kirby! Good. I hope that hurt. When you look at these dipsticks, this is why I need a fine team of recruits like you, man!
I'm 17 cadets. You think that just because it's a Sunday you can be late for roll call? Where's Cadet Lipinski? Where's the flag for the morning ceremony?
Now, look, I've got the flag right here, and this message...
Oh, what's this?
I'm on the road and I saw something.
Maybe she did see something. Unfortunately, being Sunday, you four are the only cadets on duty, so we need help. We need lookouts to alert us if it...
Stop! Hey, get down from there!
Now look what you've done, you lame brains. You're scaring all the new recruits away.
So you told us to shoot at anything that moves, and something did move up there.
Let me get up there, absolutely.
Well, that's a first cadet staggering into a bar. How can he be hurt, Parker? He fell on his head. Use two hands when he goes, Johnson. Use your tail, Kirby, like your ancestors did. What is the matter with you two anyhow? Too much partying last night, huh? Oh, I've seen Peach do better on the jungle gym. I don't know why you couldn't use the stairs. You useless morons. Maybe the Pistons have solved all my problems for
the Mel Gibson, Danny Glover Lethal Weapon movies. The ride is described as the silent screamer because you drop so fast you can't hear yourself scream. We now come to the administration building, the nerve centre of our film production operations. Behind these walls, creativity blends with financial reality. The television series Mission Impossible and Dolphin Cove. Yes, this is the place where Peter Graves fought to the death with a plastic crocodile Dunaway in Bonnie and Clyde. From Batman Forever, we have costumes designed for Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, Drew Barrymore as Sugar, and Debbie Mazar as Spice. In the next display cases, you will see one of Natalie Wood's costumes from The Great Race, Michelle Pfeiffer's dress from Dangerous Liaisons, and Sylvester Stallone's uniform from Demolition Man. It can be done in a completely controlled environment, including lighting, sound, and weather conditions. We have 6 sound stages with a total shooting area of over 7,000 square meters, which makes us one of the largest purpose-built studios in the Southern Hemisphere. We'll now be taking you on to Soundstage 1 to show you the actual Riddler's Lair control room set from the third Batman movie
Premiere here at Warner Brothers Movie World. The set was first built on the largest soundstage at the Warner Brothers Burbank Hollywood Studios. The set was carefully dismantled after filming and then shipped all the way here and then reconstructed to fit just inside this soundstage. Inside this domed set, Jim Carrey as the red-headed Riddler battled Batman, played by Val Kilmer, for the lives of Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell, and Dr. Chase Meridian, played by Nicole Kidman. In here we are going to show you some of the lighting and special effects that were used while making the movie. Firstly though, let's watch a brief video clip to reacquaint you with the Dark Knight, alias Batman, and show you some actual working footage from the movie, including a scene that was filmed on this set. Please watch the screens above.
There's a new bad boy in town, and his name is the Riddler. What if you could know a man's mind? Would you not then own that man? What a rush! I am Columbus of the mind. Love Paul!
Tampering with people's brain waves is mind manipulation. It raises too many questions.
Very well. Let's get real. For knowledge is power. Very God am I. Was that all the time? I can never tell. Greatest Riddle of all. Can Bruce Wayne and Batman ever truly coexist? Finally, I've seen your mind. Freak! What kind of man has bats on the brain?
practice the riddle. No more tricks, Edward. This is between you and me. Here's one for you. What is it that taste and sound all around but can't be found? Death. Death. Without taste, sound. No!
Let's have a huge round of applause for our winner.
Welcome back aboard the Kodak Express. Behind you, you will see a few set pieces salvaged from some of the more recent productions here at the Warner Roadshow Film Studios. We hope by now you are getting an idea of just how much
achieve all those wonderful tricks with, of course, the aid of blue screen movie magic. Now, it's important that you keep your eyes on the large screens above for the full effect. Jackie, I'm your show director. Keep your eyes on me, and when I say action, start shuffling along that ledge towards that ladder. Now, be very careful, Jackie. Don't look down, and whatever you do, don't fall. You may not believe me now, but it's actually 15 stories straight down. When the police and the fire brigade have arrived, a large crowd has gathered. They're all wondering exactly what this crazy woman is doing 15 stories high. And action. Start shuffling along that ledge towards the ladder. Be very careful, Jackie. Don't fall! It's 15 stories between you and certain death. Some company words from the fire brigade, but your only way out seems to be up that ladder, so turn to face it and start climbing. Better just hold it there, Jackie. I can't quite make out what they're saying. It sounds like there might be something wrong with the ladder. Oh! Jackie! Jackie, that ladder's coming away from the wall. It's 15 stories straight down. You must be terrified. Stop laughing, Jackie. Hey, cut. You round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our How you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm a bit worried. It was 15 stories high. Now, our park psychiatrist is out the back. He'd like to have a word with you about what you're doing on the ledge in the first place, okay? So you just want to scoot on out there. Another hand for Jackie, ladies and gentlemen, as she leaves the stage. Now, the blue screen was not the only visual effect used in that sequence. We also used another visual effect, which is known as matte painting. Now, this next video is going to show you exactly what that is. I can't. Surprisingly. How about you put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Luke from Sydney?
Yeah!
Okay. Are you ready to take off? Yeah? Raise your arms above your head in the classic manner, still pose. Keep your eyes on that monitor above you. That'll show you what you look like through the entire sequence. And ladies and gentlemen, with the aid of blue screen movie magic, you will believe that a man can fly! There goes Super Luke bursting through our studio roof. You've made a bit of a hole there, Super Luke, but don't worry, we'll fix that up later. Why don't you give everyone a big smile and a wave? Give us a wave. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Luke's currently being filmed by 2 cameras simultaneously. One's directly above him, and there's another one on a tripod to his right. Now these cameras rotate to show us the different angles on Super Luke. The lights turntably standing on, and the blue screen do all the rest. Now, Super Luke, I've been told that if you were to flap your arms like a chicken, you'd fly faster. So why don't you give that a try? Flap your arms like a chicken. That's flying faster. Now you can pick up some speed. Look at the speed he's picked up. So fast that you're now out of a Palm Meadows golf course, it looks like. So why don't you show us your super golf swing? Where'd that ball go? What a super shot. There he goes, up and away. Out over Jupiter's Casino, flying down into the heart of Surfers Paradise. You're actually flying a bit low there, Super Luke. You might want to watch out for those high rises. Luke, watch out! You just flew through the 14th floor of that building with a huge smile on your face. What was distracting you? Aha, the pretty girls on the beach. They can't believe their eyes. Why don't you flex your muscles for them? No, flex your... Oh, you are. Blow them a kiss. Great. Out over the ocean, so how about you show us some swimming strokes, a bit of freestyle. Very nice. And some breaststroke. And my personal favourite, super doggy paddle. How about you give us another smile and a wave goodbye. There he goes, bursting off into the wine blue yonder. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our very own Steele. You did very well out there, Luke. Now we do have a bit of bad news. We've actually misplaced your clothes out the back, so you're going to have to stay like that for the rest of the day. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah!
What do you reckon, okay? Flying out the back of us on to take care of you. Another hand for Luke, ladies and gentlemen, as he leaves the stage. Now, if you'd like to see yourself flying as a superhero, make your way down to the end of Main Street to our recording studio.
Yay! Okay. Well, anyway, my name is Brett, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Soundstage 2. I'm going to be your presenter for this stage. Now, this is a sound effects stage, also known as a Foley stage, named after the man who invented it. In here, we're going to show you how Hollywood creates all those wonderful sound effects that keep you right on the edge of your seat. You see, whenever we shoot a movie, we only record the voices of the stars. Every other sound effect that you hear has been recorded afterwards on a Foley stage just like this one. But don't take my word for it, folks. Here's someone I think you'll all know and love to tell you just a little bit more about it.
Hi, welcome to Movie World Sound Effects Stage. Most of the equipment used here today is a duplicate of what was used at Warner Brothers in Hollywood when they did the sound effects for my movie Lethal Weapon 2. I hope you enjoyed seeing how that was done as much as I enjoyed making the film.
Thanks, Mel. And now with the help of our 3 experienced technicians, we're going to show you the magic of adding sound effects to a major Warner Brothers movie. First, though, we're going to show you a scene from Lethal Weapon 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please watch and listen very carefully the footage you are about to see, and see if you can count how many separate sound effects there are in this one short sequence of film. Sound technicians, you each have a TV screen beside you or in front of you. Please watch these screens very carefully, because in a moment the 3 of you are going to be responsible for adding every single sound effect to this one short sequence of film.
Police, open up.
How do I know it's the police?
After I shoot you through the door, you can examine the bullet. Open up.
That's easy. Don't you want to see a badge? Don't do that again. Okay, let me see a badge.
Shut up.
Okay, I get it. Bad cop, good cop.
Shut up.
Okay. Bad cop, bad cop. I'll get it. It's only room service. Hey. That's my phone. You guys didn't want anything, right? Wait, bring it here. Okay, it's mine. Boy. Hey, you had anything you wanted? Hey, I didn't order a hamburger, I ordered eggs. Hey. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how many sound effects did we count?
A lot.
Lots. Very close. There were actually 19 separate sound effects used in that one short sequence of film, folks. But now it's time to have a little bit of fun with our technicians. We're going to replay that scene now, but this time without the sound, so that every sound that these guys make will be recorded. Let's see what their responsibilities are first off. First up we have Erin. Is that correct? Excellent. Erin, you're our blue technician, and your first responsibility is going to be the footsteps, nice and loud on the floorboards like this, but don't worry, you will never look as dorky as me doing it. Okay? Just like that. And then you can make your way over just to where you are here for some door latch effects, once when Mel Gibson comes in the room, and again when the waiter comes in. Okay? Next up, Erin, you have the gunshot. Sorry, Dad. Now, Erin, this is a real gun, so please make sure that you stay at arm's length and fire it just the once, okay? Don't get trigger happy on me. And finally, you have the tinkling of the glass as a 3-man break through the window. Okay, do you think you'll be okay with that? I'm sure you will. If you could jump on the floorboards there for me, Erin, facing that TV screen, and we'll start you off very soon. Next up, we have... Jenny, that's correct. You're our pink technician, and your first responsibility is going to be the door knocks. Sorry to startle you then. Once when Mel Gibson comes in the room, and again when the waiter comes in. Okay, if you could just follow me over this way, Jenny. Your next responsibility is going to be the lifting and replacing of these plate covers. Now there are 4 separate cues for this one, as you can see, 11 through 14, but it's very simple. All you have to do is lift on cue 11, replace on 12, lift on cue 13, and then replace on 14. Okay? And finally, you have the smashing of the plate glass window as the 3 men break through and fall to their demise into the pool. So on the cue, grab this handle here, quickly raise it above your head. That will transfer some contents from this section into the bottom section here, which will make a nice loud crashing sound. Okay? You'll be okay with that? We'll soon find out, won't we? There we go, Judy, if you could just make your way back to your first position there. And finally we have...
David.
Correct again. This is fantastic. David, you're a yellow technician, and your first responsibility is going to be the opening, the closing, sorry, and the reopening of this door. Now, when you open the door for the second time, leave it open and race straight across here, because the very next cue is the waiter's cart coming into the room. So on the cue, push this fairly casually right to the very end, making sure that all four wheels go over that bump in the middle. Can you see that just there? Great. Then you have the waiter's cart crashing, and Mel Gibson throws himself on top. On the cue, get all your frustrations out. Whatever's worrying you, doesn't matter what it is, get it out of this cart and slam it in to that block of wood there. And trust me, you'll feel a lot better, Dave. And it'll get a good sound effect as well. And finally, David, you have the most important sound effect of the entire scene. Now, if you could just come over and join me over here. This is where the three men fall into the pool below. It's very simple, but there is one special rule for this one. All you have to do is grab this crate with both hands, raise it high above your head, and slam it down onto the face of the pool. The important rule is not to let go of the crate. Now, as you can see, it's very serious, folks. The pool is actually rubber lined. It has happened before. If you do let go of the crate, it may bounce back, hit you in the face, it may hit a member of our audience in the front, some of the little Kiwi-Wink and Rugrats there, or it may damage our microphone equipment and you'll be super movable. But apart from that, do you think you'll be all right? Fantastic. If you could just make your way back to the door there. Ladies and gentlemen, it does look a little bit complicated and our technicians will have to work fast, but to help them out, we have assigned each of them a colour: blue, pink and yellow. Now, blue, pink and yellow colour-coded cues, messages or instructions will appear on the sound technician screens and on the large monitor behind me to tell them when to make the appropriate sounds. Now, these cues will flash 3 times, and it's on the 3rd flash that you are to make the appropriate sound. Okay, you right to go, Aaron? Yes? You right to go, guys? Oh, okay. You'll be fine. Here we go. Lights, camera, action. Oh, well, actually, it's only Warner Brothers animated water, David, so the effects should dry off in about 20 minutes or so. Now here's the best part of the show, folks. We're going to replay that scene now, but this time with our 3 sound technician sounds added, and let's just see how well they did.
Police, open up.
How do I know it's the police?
After I shoot you through the door, you can examine the bullet. Open up. Easy, don't you want to see a badge? Don't do that again.
Let me see that. Bad cop, good cop.
Sure.
Okay. Bad cop, bad cop. I'll get it. Service.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey. Wait, you guys didn't want anything, right? Wait, bring it here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's mine. Boy, hey, you can have anything you want. Hey, I didn't order a hamburger. I ordered it. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank our 3 sound technicians.
Yeah.
some of the models created solely for the motion picture Memphis Belle. They represent a stunning achievement on the part of our technicians and that of the film's Academy Award-winning producer, Lord David Putnam, whom it is now my great pleasure to introduce. With propellers that turn and turret guns that actually fire, now would be a good time to get your cameras ready because I'm going to fire her up today, just as we did in the movie. But don't worry if you're in the firing line, today I think she's only firing blanks. Who'd like a model like that at home? Perhaps to the bedroom ceiling, how about one of the 1/24th scale models like those at the rear of the soundstage? We believe these models are so realistic on film, you'll have trouble deciding which were the real planes used in the movie. But to give the film an even more realistic feel, Warner Brothers built this incredible life-size replica, complete in every loving detail. They built it in sections so we could get our cameras inside and film the stars at work. And speaking of stars, it appears our pilots have joined us. Please state your name. Captain Bruce, your squadron leader has instructed you to bomb a strategic factory at Bremen. Now, do you have your flight plans laid in and plotted to Germany?
Yes, sir.
You do? Well, for the benefit of the audience, can you point in the direction you're flying today? Are you sure you're on the same mission? You are. We only have one plane. Okay then, climb aboard, commence pre-flight check, and Captain, have a word with your co-pilot. Make sure she knows where Germany is. Now, with the help of our two brave, if somewhat confused aviators, we're going to put this baby through its paces and show you how the blue screen effect and scenic foreground are able to recreate two scenes from the famous 25th mission. Captain! You have received 30 seconds intensive training. Now, do you really think this would be enough to survive World War II? You're a sick man, Captain. Give us a thumbs up to show us you're ready for takeoff. That's the way, grab the joystick and I'll activate the cameras. Well, there go our two brave pilots up there on the silver screen. Now as the boat rolls out of formation, you will be able to see the 1/6 scale model of the mother and country through the cockpit windscreen. But pilots, before you get too far away, turn around and give us a wave back home. No, there's a camera behind you. What? Inside the cockpit, co-pilot, behind the seats. Up. Up. Yes, there we are. Lovely. Now who's flying the plane? And with 30 seconds training, get back to work. Creeping into view now is the blue screen. The blue screen effect was demonstrated inside Soundstage 1, but we have a terrific use for it right here on this stage. First of all though, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. We actually exploded a 1/6 scale model, and together with additional elements such as cloud, smoke and wind machine, we can recreate an entire World War II combat sequence right here on this soundstage. Now let's see what happens when I superimpose that explosion in front of the cockpit. Memphis Belle, that's the Windy City. She's been hit on the port side. She's shot. Memphis Belle! Pull up, Memphis Belle! You're going to die for losing altitude! Pull up! No, don't pull that up, you idiot! You needed to fly the plane! Put it back! Memphis Belle! Mayday! Mayday! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is real movie magic, and even more realistic by our brave captain laughing during the entire crash sequence. Well, let's see if they made it back home safely. Returned from its 25th flight mission. It came the first American bombing crew successfully completed the team required 25 daylight bombing raids over Germany, and on completion of this seemingly impossible task, they were at long last allowed to return home. Well, the Memphis Belle made it back safely. Let's see how our two flying aces fared. Co-pilot can't wait to get out of there. But our brave captain appears to be fine, dressed in regulation military shorts and boots. How about a big round of applause for them? You are dismissed. Your country is proud, but next time try the Navy. Ladies and gentlemen.
These rocks don't lose their shape. Cartier. while tearing a game of death. I may wait a play for the cabin, but when I don't follow you, 'cause my heart belongs to death.
The Batmobile. Who was that jumping? She was jumping again. We're next. Over here is Willy Wonka. Ginagaya niya si Marilyn.
Elvis tribute audition, now or never, take 97. And let's get it right now or we'll never get out of this studio.
Like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting queer as a bug. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm all shook up indeed. Although I think the bumper tense is shaking.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is great.
My hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you thank when you have such luck? I'm in love. Oh, goody, I'm all shook up. Please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm near the girl that I love best, my heart beats so that it scares me to death. She touched my hand. What a chill I got. Her kisses are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my perfect love. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm all shook up. My tongue gets tied when I try to speak. My insides shake like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for the soul of mine. That's to have that girl that I love so fine. She touched my hand. What a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my perfect love. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm all shook up.
A marching on the premises. Oh, joy. Oh, bliss.
Oh dear, a slight overcast.
It's a good deal on a hero if you like.
Show Lola Bunny. Come on, move it. Lola Bunny. Aaron?
Oh, sabi niya, it's not for kids.
Don't you guys realise how much this delay is costing the company? Where is the director? Where's the star? Where is Bugs Bunny? Oh dear, well it seems Bugs has stopped off the set, down this hole, and no one seems to know where he's gone. Now Foghorn, for the last time, explain to me exactly what happened.
That dog haven't got mad with the dial from this here home, and he's gone.
Oh dear. Australia.
I said we gotta try to get him back.
That's all very well, but how?
I have a deep side. You couldn't follow him in the earth. We're on stage 2.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tasmanian devil is down this dog hole.
But Foghorn, I've got guests. There's no way I'm putting them down this dirty hole. I know. Why don't you guys all follow Tassie down the hole, and I'll take my guest through to the next stage.
He's making faces. He wasn't so lucky to get got him sleeping and stuff.
Here lies what used to be John Jones. Now he's just dirt and bones. Bit. Picture. Our picture. This was the car used in the movie. Bit. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo.
Kasama ako na.
What do you call that again?
Soda spider.
felt like a kid. What's inside? Hey, look at this. Marvin, what do you think of this? Well?
Well, stomach doesn't show.
Those are low?
Yeah.
Those are high for us. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. First,
Some surfing. But the best, if you want to go swimming, the best time to go swimming is early in the morning, like about 5:30.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. So that's usually when I go swimming.
Still
It's
early.
still okay, like it's April, but the water's still, you know, nice. Oh, it's not warm, but it's not cold yet.
oh, how do you get here? I mean, like, we don't know. Because, like, you
Haven't
pay
been
on your
one
way
time.
out, right? You pay on your way out,
Restaurants.
right? In restaurants.
Oh, how do you tip?
Yeah. Like we
Well,
don't
for
know
a
how.
tour guide like me, we usually get about
$10.
$100. Yeah, I got $50 yesterday. It's the biggest tip I've ever got. These old ladies, they just really love me, and they said, "Oh,
I know what you do to them. Special service.
Oh, I just know. There were heaps of you know, famous surfers.
Oh.
We don't know anyone.
But there were no waves. It was like today, just really.
That's not very good. Those are big.
Big.
Wow.
Actually, one of our Japanese drivers might be here. Because he's doing another tour today. It's called Nai Shizen. They go to Byron Bay. Really nice.
Doon, tingnan mo, makita mo yung convert. Alright, so what's fine? Wow, it's so nice. What can you say, Marv? Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Baka gusto mo sama kami sa background. No, ayan, walang waves talaga.
Ano ba yung walang waves?
Yeah, wala ka talaga. Paano ako magsisurf dyan?
Ang laki na nga ng waves yun. Look at them, see? Look at them. Baywatch.
Video's taken.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Kerry. I don't have my name badge on today because I forgot it. And this is Burleigh Heads. Great place.
This is Burleigh Head. Okay.
And that's Surfers Paradise.
Way over there.
We're kind of zooming in.
Look at them.
And can you see your hotel?
No, it's too far. Can you tell us which one it is? Look at what? Oh, look at them.
Look at, like, anyone smashed it.
Oh yeah. Actually, wait a second. They're alright there. It's really crowded. And that's the casino. The casino's just a little bit over to the left.
Yeah, yeah. It's a centipede.
It's Latin.
It's an Australian
centipede.
centipede.
Oh, you know. Oh, amazing.
It's an Australian
How they
centipede.
get in the water. Yeah, I'm not even. He's really, really lovely guy. He's so nice. I just got the limousine today.
Yeah, that weird shape mountain.
Yeah, that's Mount Warning.
Warning?
Warning, yeah.
So,
Mount Warning. It's the tallest mountain in Australia.
you like Forrest Gump?
He'll be the first person to see sunrise in Australia. We're really east here. And
hello, we're on the Catch a Crab cruise.
Yep.
Here we go. The water's a bit dirty. Just had a lot of rain.
Okay.
No, this isn't dirty.
There we go.
It's quite clean.
Bream, man. Bream.
Oh look, fish.
Fishy, fishy. Oh really? They'll eat the...
But do they eat bread? Piranhas don't eat bread.
Actually, it's been raining mostly the night. Early in the morning, late at night. So, mostly
It's a beautiful day. Imagine mo kung umuulan nga ng pangit.
Pangit mo.
Oh, pelicans. Come on, hold up your hand with some fish. Come on.
if you want to seagulls, it's good to stand. Like you won't fall off. You can stand in the front. Just hold it like that. They'll probably fly down.
How many crab pieces have you gone?
How many?
Yeah.
Any crab pieces? You're gonna hold it.
No, I mean here. How many times have you gone to this?
This. What's the gum?
I took your pictures.
Probably already thrown them up.
What's that?
Water.
Notice that they need.
There you go. There's some flying around now. They don't want to. They'll come down.
They'll take it from you?
Yeah.
From your hand?
If you hold it like that, some of the seagulls will. Here comes one down. Here he comes.
He's catching a crab. Big money, big money. It looks like we're gonna go on a diet. One for our table.
Let's say calling a shot. Harry's scary.
Oh, these are Queensland mud crabs. We get them down as far as about Coffs Harbour. Not quite, but in the rivers and estuaries. They're quite plentiful up North Queensland.
It lost its arm. Kuya, wala kamay. Siya sunod to the arm. Kaya may kinakaway ito.
one is a cutting claw. It cuts. This is the cutting claw. That's the grasping claw. So you got like knife and fork. Cuts it up and then feeds with a cutting claw. This one grabs a hold, the other one and feeds. This one's a male. I'll just show you how tight that is. Just try and twist that. Don't pull it, just twist. And you'll get an idea how tight. So just let go one side. If he gets hold of your finger, he won't let go. The claw might even drop off. It'll drop off completely and it'll still stick on your finger. You get a screwdriver and open it up to get it off your finger. They will grow another claw. So it will regrow again.
So can we just remove the claw?
You just see the claw. That's good.
That's the same thing for legs as well, so if they lost a leg, they will regrow another leg.
See the groove it's leaving in the stick there? Pretty tight, he's pretty loosey. Actually this claw here is much stronger because he uses it to grasp food.
Is it always the right hand?
This is grasping claw, yeah.
Always the right hand?
Yep. And the left hand is the cutter. He wants to eat that stick. You see in there they're like teeth. Yeah, very much like teeth. But this end bit, the end bit's the worst because if they clamp together, they can go right into the flesh. It's got two holes. Don't pull the stick.
Anong ginawa niya? He pulled the stick. Ano nangyari sa mama?
Don't pull the stick. That will happen. Pull out. I'll grab another one.
Takot naman yun.
Got a grip all right. This one's a little bit. And it's smaller.
Yes.
It's smaller crab. Yeah.
And notice when you pick him up, you put the stick in the center, your foot in the center. Does that hold? I mean,
So it pulls him down. He can't come back over the top.
With his claws.
Can't reach back over.
Does he have much vision?
Yeah, he has excellent vision.
Does he? Really?
Yep. And here, underneath, is like your tongue. My tongue. That's their taste buds. They're on the inside of their feet, on the inside. That's a male crab. If you look under here, you can see the male comes to a tight V. I'll get a female out in a minute and I'll show you the difference. It's round, it's wider at the top. Yeah. There's only two ways to let the crab go. One is to give it a bang on the back of the head, so he temporarily loses it, or put him underneath the water and he'll let go. He's not going to let that stick go. Right.
Ito yung stick na yun, sira-sira na yung dulo.
The male crab has got a bigger claw, the female's got a smaller claw, but much more aggressive, like all females. Much more. That's a female there. And the female is the one I'd be more worried about.
Yeah,
the female one is the one that I'd be much more worried about, the one that'll bite you every time. Just quicker. I'll show you in a minute when it lets go of the stick. But you can feel even that stick there, you can feel how
it's locked on.
Yeah, it locks on really, really tight. She's got a smaller claw than that one there, but very, very strong, very quick.
But if we twisted enough na matapos sa lingkod. Pwede.
The young crab comes out of roller, eh?
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute.
Oo, sanay oh. Oo, ano? Pag alaga ka na ng crabs, tapos hilahin mo na lang every time yung mga fighter.
See how quick it is. This one's not really as lively as they are. They're usually very quick. If you put your finger there, it'll be twice as quick. Straight away. She's watching me. She's got her eyes over this side, so you can see. Right, that's underneath the female crab. That's her egg factory. She'll lay between 1 and 8 million eggs in one season. Further north, up in Queensland, she'll lay for 2 seasons, for 2 in one season. She'll lay twice, because the water's a lot warmer. The eggs should be down in the next 2 to 3 weeks. She'll start coming down. They're orange, and inside it all fills up with the eggs. The eggs are actually inside her body coming down. You see the difference between the two? See, there's the male, there's the female. We measure the crabs here. By this measuring stick. All these are size, I can see by just looking at them, but all measurements are made across the front there. As long as it's in within that measurement, they're legal. Under that, they've got to go back in the water. So we keep a pretty good lookout. New South Wales, it's legal to keep female mud crabs. Queensland, it's not. It's illegal. They've got to go back into the water to produce more eggs, make more crabs.
So
just an environmental thing.
So we only eat the males?
No, in Queensland, yes, but in New South Wales, we're in New South Wales now, we're this side of the border. We can keep a female. Actually, they're very, very prolific up north. There's no problem with them. Now, I'll show you how we tie them up. We've got a couple of bits of string here. Now this is the way the crabs are tied up for the restaurants and the way they receive them. You want to get tied up. Tie you up. This is the way they're tied up for restaurants. Now what I'm going to need is some brave person to put their finger on that while I tie the knot. Thank you. Yes. And that way they can be safely handled. There is one thing, you still can't put your fingers inside there because they can still open and close their claws. But they're quite harmless, they can't move their legs back and forth. Okay, anybody want to hang on to that one? Well, doing it, and it's more humane. And it's more humane to the crab than just throwing them straight into hot water. It just puts them to sleep. If you put a crab straight into hot water, like I'll put them on ice and then I'll bring one out and you can handle it quite safely. Come on, done.
Is it the same for lobster? Should we put on ice before you drop it into the hot water?
There you go. Action.
It's huge, Emma. Now you stay there. I'm gonna get camera. Okay, you two. Hold on. Hold you.
No, they go like this. Get my
You're a fish.
It's not moving anymore.
Moving. Moving.
It's moving. We are in. Where are we?
Yeah, this is all newly developed this area. This before there didn't used to be anything here. Not good with the fish.
Yeah.
Good with the pelicans.
You even saw the eagle. That was great.
That was the hawk in my head.
That was a hawk?
Remember? I thought it was a hawk. It was a brown.
It's actually called the Highway.
We're not going there, right?
No.
Okay.
Why do they die?
Just because they drive too fast.
Oh.
And especially during the rain.
What is the speed limit here?
Here it's 100
Whining.
miles.
Yeah.
But up there it's 70, but everyone speeds. And the other day a truck went round too fast and it jackknifed. It went like that, and then a car just went straight through the middle of it. And everyone died. Like 6, I think it was maybe 4 people died.
What do you need to measurement? I need a kilometer. Metric distance.
This year, 12 people have died on that. Just in 4 months this year.
Wow.
And everyone here is saying that they're building a new highway.
They fold your money.
We fold it.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
I don't know, like, can we like fold it in for, you know how like when you fold it in two?
Yeah.
And then you fold it again. Can you do that? See, they don't fold their money.
They don't. How big is your wallet?
Can you fold it in half?
No, it's plastic.
It's plastic? So
No.
how do you keep your money in your wallet?
They have huge wallets.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
There you go.
Yes. Wow. Oh, it's kind of cool.
So yeah, these avocado trees were planted about 20, 30 years. Most of these. Yeah, because see they're falling on the ground?
Where?
Some on the tree too.
They look like Guyabano. Guyabano, yeah.
You probably have most of these.
Yeah.
Mangoes, you definitely have mangoes.
Definitely.
We have mango trees now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We get mangoes.
Mangoes.
Too much.
Yeah, but they're not. They're out of season at the moment. But a lot of these
Why are they so sharp?
the trees. I told that if ever anybody asks me a question that I can't answer, I have to say that's just what makes it avocado. Yeah, and this miracle fruit, it's really amazing because what happens?
It's so Are there some?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
They have a season.
Like this, you know.
Papaya.
We call them pawpaw.
What?
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw?
P-A-W.
Pawpaw.
Ah,
Yeah.
pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Papaya.
And persimmons?
Persimmons?
They're like, they have those in the shop. They're orange. And they, yeah, they're really nice. Sapodilla. That's chewing gum fruit. It tastes like chewing gum.
Really?
Yeah. You see them, little brown ones? They have those in the shop as well, so you can see.
Oh, good. Avocado.
Well, this fruit park has a fruit plantation has like it's a theme like I think this area up here is a lot of the fruits from there's no theme for this area, it's mainly just avocados. But they experiment with the different places of the trees, like they'll have one tree here, there might be one a little bit lower down, just to see which is the best place to grow them.
Tangelos.
You have those?
What are those? Tangerine?
Yeah, they're really nice. They're like oranges. Yeah, so that's what they're like. They're all on the ground. See the brown nuts? So you crack them, and then you can get the nut out from inside. And they got them in the shop as well.
Molly apple.
Yeah, I think these are. The theme for this area is these are from India and Southeast Asia. The fruits they have here. I don't know what this one is. What's there?
There's no fruit.
Yeah, I don't know. I reckon that's what
Pineapple.
But because this area used to be a volcano, the soil's really rich. Yeah, jackfruit. Do you have those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a short tree.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
J-A-C-K.
Sour sop. Yeah, there's some of those down lower as well, but they're not in season.
They're not in season. Langka.
Figs. I love figs. Yeah, there's some up there.
Fig tree.
Yeah, but they get eaten by the fruit bats and birds and stuff.
What are those?
Figs.
Figs.
Have you ever had figs?
No.
That's the closest I have.
And I'll tell you a good joke. These are Japanese. They're apples, like kind of Japanese apples.
Yeah.
And in Japanese, the word for nothing is nashi as well. So when I drive past, I always go, "Ah, kyo nashi nashi," and they always laugh. I think it's hilarious because you go, "There's no nashi," but in Japanese they nashi nashi, and they just always die when
Okay.
Okay, this one here on the left. Oh, this bananas.
Banana.
Yeah. So the theme of this area around here is the South Pacific. So that would be Philippines, is it?
Oh,
let's move to the second drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banana. What's that on the bananas?
You're not having much luck today, are you?
No, he's always like that. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. He hit his.
What's that around the bananas?
They're the bags to stop the fruit bats from eating them.
Ah.
The fruit bats love these bananas, so. And there's the ocean straight ahead.
Ooh, wow, look at the view.
What?
There's the ocean. It's really beautiful along here, the coastline.
Would you mind if I went down and took a picture?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, sure. You do mind?
Yeah, he mind. He does mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, and this one here, babako, it's like, it's obviously like pawpaw, papaya.
I was about to say it smells nice, but I'm not going to do it.
Bananas, I don't like them, just bananas. I prefer lady fingers. Lady fingers are the little ones, and these are the bigger varieties.
Or I think we call those senoritas.
Senoritas?
You know, like
Ah, yeah, the little ones. Yeah, lady fingers.
Oh, that's really good.
So yeah, they had these all in different areas just to see what's the best. Yeah, like the sunlight and whatever.
See, look, why is it so short? There was a landslide.
Maybe, yeah.
Pomegranate.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know, I'm just making it up.
Yeah, no, your English is better than mine, actually.
Yellow cherry.
Okay, and this is the berry garden, tropical berries garden. There's guavas.
The guava trees are short. And orange. Why don't we ask them?
Ask them.
Yeah, but
Brazilian cherries. Acerola. These are really sour, acerola. Some guava as well.
Cucumber. Yellow cherry guava.
And there's some more miracle fruit as well, the ones that when you eat them, they
what do they look like?
They goes around. Pineapples.
Pineapple. Hello.
So do you want to ask them?
Hello.
They want to know why the oh God, you
The
asked.
trees. How come your trees are so short?
The what?
The trees.
Up there.
Which trees?
The
All of them.
They're like
They're short.
They don't have a long trunk.
You mean avocado trees or what?
No, I mean,
mango trees.
you don't see the
avocado
trunks,
trees,
just the
yeah,
branches.
Coconut trees.
We know they're trees, but we see just the branches.
Yeah, well, they're always pruned back.
Oh.
They go very tall if you let them.
Yeah.
You can't pick them.
Oh, so you prune them.
And then they don't bear good fruit way up the big trees.
Mm.
So they always take the middles out, bring them back, make them grow again. Anything to keep them small.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Big trees are a nuisance. The trend today in world agriculture, it's all over the world,
Except in the
is to
Philippines.
grow more trees but smaller.
Mm.
They did to give you an illustration, they did a 10-year trial in India in different spacings. The old mango trees used to be about 15 metres by 15 metres, you know, real spaces and big trees.
Yeah.
Then they grew them closer and closer, and they planted small, very close, and kept the trees.
That happened once, yeah. They didn't charge the batteries on this, and I couldn't get up the hill. Okay, now this is Aztec Garden. South American, yeah. So all the fruits. I don't know why they have a Chinese raisin.
Chinese raisin.
Really bizarre. Tamarillo, do you have those? They're like a tomato, but they're kind of a bit sour.
That one.
Yeah, I don't like them at all.
What a weird.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. Hey, we're trying to get up the hill and we just couldn't. So, but luckily the tractor came. So, is they only produce a good crop every 3 years. Once every 3 years.
Oh,
so last year they were absolutely horrible. So if this year they're absolutely horrible as well, then next year they'll be okay. Or the year after. So once every 3 years they'll be good. I just hope we don't. I might drive a bit faster because I hate meeting the tractor.
Australian ducks. Yeah. Australian ducks.
Can you swim faster than a duck?
There's Mark trying to whip, and there's Marvin trying to crack. Hey, did you see if I left my bag at the buggy?
Ah, you had it in the buggy. I'm gonna have a look, okay?
I'll go.
You have to. I've never done it.
Marvin, get away from there.
You're over there, are you? You gotta. Don't video me. Turn it off.
It is off. There you go.
That whip, didn't it?
Yeah.
So how long you leave that there?
Ah. You got 1 out of 2.
I think that's the easiest way to do it, is just to do it back like that. And
Hey, why are you running away?
there's a bit of sound there. What'd they say?
The boat will be here in about 10:15.
Okay.
But you mightn't get there
Yeah, in time, yeah.
in time for them to get.
Okay,
It'll only be a short little trippy.
And then when they come around, we can go around on the train too.
Yeah.
Guess where we are? We're on a train. Choo choo. And it's me and Atifa.
There's Atiye. Hey.
That's what we look like on this train. It's a fake crocodile. We're on our train. Do it with honor. What do you think of the river tour? I don't know.
The king fell in love with the flower.
What's that? It was walking on water. Yeah, kaya pala kung ganun. Hello, horsey. Hello. Hello, Sherman.
What's his name? Nine?
Sherman. Hey.
Nothing there.
Poor guy, he's probably hungry. There you go, see? You are.
Like a donkey. Hello, sheep.
Teeth, but they won't bite, they'll just...
The horses bite, right?
Mark.
What?
Okay, look at the chicken.
Okay, Boris, here's some more. There you go.
Boris?
Yeah.
He's
Hello,
confined because
Boris.
he likes to headbutt everybody.
He likes to what?
Headbutt everyone and everything. So, where are the kangaroos?
Kangaroo.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, look, they're fuzzy chicken.
Fuzzy chicken.
Look at the fuzzy chicky.
There. Hey there. How you doing? Hello, Mexi. Hello, Jacko.
Okay, yeah. The ones with the big.
These ones are kangaroos with the biggest faces.
What's the difference?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's a kangaroo. Which one's the wallaby?
Can't actually go past here, but they're here today, so we can. If you help.
Hey, look. This one's a wallaby. This one's a kangaroo. This one's a kangaroo. That one's a wallaby. Go into my go.
Okay.
Yung mukha. Get down close.
I imagine them to be fatter.
And bigger.
Is this how big it is?
Hello. Hello there. Ooh, he's scratching.
Hey, you're on the Discovery Channel.
He could do this all day. And it's like it's time to go. Especially when we do the night safari.
Hey, he's hopping.
Who is
He's
hopping?
hopping. Look, look, look.
None of these ones do they?
Are there any wallaby calls? I think they're still hungry in here.
Look at her. She's in trouble.
Darling.
Oh.
You're here. It's the big.
Yeah. Hello.
Stay here. Ah! Look at my whole hand now. Here, take it.
Throw it here.
No! Are they allowed to eat the bag?
Follow him. Follow him.
Strangers poking their noses around here. Come on in, you all nick off, eh? What are you looking at, chicken legs? Huh? Hey, look like me, it's fun! It's us! Get away the Blackie! Your sons, remember? Oh, my boys are back! Where have you two been for the last 2 years? We've been in jail, huh? Really? Yeah. Oh, how's your father? Oh, he's still hanging around. You get my milk? Yeah, here you go, Rod. It's been smelling by that. At least you did something. You idiot! There's a small cream milk. I want it low fat. Oh, how do you think I keep this weight-like figure of mine? What? 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 Whale-like man! Shut up, Blackie! What are you laughing at, Bill? Go get my milk. Go on. No fat. Go help your brother. All right. All right. Before you go, give your old mother a kiss. Haven't been in jail that long, Ma. So and so. Hey, and what are you not looking at, eh? I'll give you something to look at. Go on, nick off.
Oh, thanks very much, Ma. Lovely. Sorry, folks. It looks like we're about to head into Rivertown, folks. Oh, I thought you called me a
Hey, folks, how you doing? Might be lucky, a gold nugget. That's a big one this week.
Hey, Rick, put that thing away.
Oh, sorry.
No, there's a thing in your hand.
I'm a gold nugget. Why is that first, mate?
Oh, listen, those Ford brothers, they've just been released from jail. They're headed into town, mate.
Billboard and Blackboard.
That's the ones.
Heading to town.
Yep.
Now I've got trouble. Better get yourself over here.
But they're really mean, Rick.
Well, you can be mean.
They've got guns.
I'll give you a gun.
They're big and muscly.
I'll give you a gun.
Look out, Captain Iceberg. Dead ahead.
Iceberg? Mate, you're not going to help me. I better find somewhere to hide me nugget. Oh, the nutty. Oh, it should be safe in there. How to find those Ford brothers? Blackie! Blackie! Bill! Blackie! Bill! Blackie! Bill! Blackie! Oi! Bill? What are you doing up there? Oh, I'm just looking for the dunny, Bill. It's over there. Oh, I'm a good shot, Bill, but I'm not going to be able to get it from here, eh? Look, forget that, Blackie. Pay attention. We're going to rob this general store, right? Yeah, right. Now, what I want you to do is find something heavy. When the storekeep comes out, throw it on his head when I say now. Got it? Oh, yeah, got it. Throw something heavy on the storekeep's head, and you say now. Right. You ready? Ow! said now, not now.
Now.
Do it right.
You alright?
Oh, stick him up. Whoa.
Bill, long time no rock.
Yeah, Beatty Dale.
What do you want?
Right, I want some low-fat milk for me ma.
Low-fat milk?
Yeah.
Oh, is that all? I thought you'd be here for Rico Shea's gold nuggets.
No, I don't want... Rick's got nuggets.
You didn't hear from me.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm going to tell him too. Blackie! Look, change your plans. Get down before you break my neck.
What was that, Bill?
I said get down.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Jeez, you guys got to get out more. I'm going to get down from the roof.
Oh, I thought you meant get down and boogie.
Just hurry up, will
Well, I
ya?
did a bit of full Monty anyways, but it doesn't matter. Wait! That far down, eh, Bill?
You're lucky that bad. Come here.
Yeah?
Got some great news. Rico Shea's got nuggets.
Oh, beauty!
Woo! I'm
Hey Marvin, what you doing?
I'm playing RC.
Where's your car?
That one, the alligator.
Which one?
The alligator.
This green one?
Yeah. Saan ka paikutin ka na?
Victoria, you got your glasses?
Wave, wave.
As you can see where the cars like cars do, the cats don't mind going in the pool at all. But especially after a long walk, they tend to go into the water to cool themselves down. So there's 5.5 bucks in the probably about quarter past 5, 20 past 5 before we start taking them away. And they don't usually wear down that easily, so they should stay like this for pretty much that whole time.
4 o'clock. My chapter will be a long time.
One of them little kangaroos and koalas will be
Yes.
Wow.
If you're wondering why we're laughing, it's because he messed up on the Beetle game. Show him the Beetle game.
No. What can you say, Mark? Yeah. What about you? What can you say?
Yay. Yay.
This is the view from the tower.
AMP. There's the back of the Sydney Opera House.
Oh, there. Marvin. Hello there, what you reading?
Hello. I'm reading this.
What's that?
Discounts there. Why don't we get big
Huh? You don't want to bird I'm just on the plane.
I'm looking for the rocks there.
The what?
The rocks.
Look, a mini Eiffel Tower. It's not over at the distance. Kaya pa nahirap ako eh. This is our old hotel room in Sydney. This is the bathroom. I'm gonna follow at the part.
But my feet are cold.
And this is our room. We're sharing a room. There are 4 of us here. And I have an Australian accent already. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, this is our view. We're on the 6th floor. And we've got a good view of the city. It's very much like New York here, even though I've never been there. And this is Marvin. Yeah, Marvin. And the sexy legs of Marvin.
Mommy called and I missed her call.
Yeah.
Sorry,
busy.
Mom.
Yeah.
You think so? Sorry, Mom.
you want to catch a ferry or?
Yeah.
No. Catch a ferry?
Yeah.
Maybe 760.
The Museum of Contemporary Art. It's the Sydney Opera. And the bridge is over there. Can't see it right now. Huh?
Buy now? Picture
Ito daw, bahay.
Kinuha mo yung dog?
Hindi. This is the house.
See? It's nice and pure, right? Did you get all the people yesterday?
No.
No? Look at this. Beautiful.
McDonald's.
Hey, you can get McDonald's.
Huh? What?
Yeah, that's it.
The bridge. There, a kangaroo. Isn't it big? Well, nothing. Galing, no? Where are we?
Your wharf 6 waiting for Captain Cook.
Who is Captain Cook?
This Captain Cook ship.
What ship? Wow.
Hey, what's that?
Nagtatabi na kayo ng doon.
Nakatabi na kami.
Kailangan pa ng 2 sets. Oo naman.
I'll take you.
Okay lang ba yun din? Ate Peng ba?
Si Bert Pengi. Kaya ate
Ayaw
ko
na
na.
maglakad.
Mamaya na lang.
Here in
Phillip declared that this would be a British colony. 11 ships were a part of the First Fleet, bringing out officers, marines, free settlers, and Australia's first convict population. House was submitted by the Danish architect Jan Ibsen back in the mid-1950s. $102 million. The Opera House lottery was set up by the New South Wales government, and it ensured that the Opera House was fully paid for in a very short time. It's mostly local materials used in the Opera House, but there are two main imports, French glass and Swedish ceramic tiles for the shells. You can see 3 shell clusters which make up the main shape of the Opera House. The smallest at the back is the Bennelong restaurant. The largest shell, which looks over the harbour, is the concert hall. It seats about 2,500 people and is the home of the Sydney Symphony Orchestra. The next shell has been the performance halls within the complex. Tours run between 9 and 4 daily. Just follow the signs, which are clearly marked, to the area where the tours begin. As we come around the Opera House to this next bay, you can see the Royal Botanic Gardens extending out in front. Above the gardens, the sandstone building is Government House, which you'll see if you stroll through the gardens. It's the residence of the Governor of New South Wales. The Botanic Gardens are open until sunset and are an easy stroll from the Opera House steps. By travelling with us on the Sydney Harbour Explorer, you have the opportunity to make up your own timetable and stop off wherever you like and as often as you like throughout the day. If you need a lunch, you find some. We're now coming alongside the man-wall steps at the Opera House, where you have the chance to disembark if you like. Please check your timetables for future Explorer departures. And if you wish to stay on board, we'll soon be cruising to Watson's Bay. During the very earliest days of the colony. This small bay is one of many within Sydney Harbour. The bays give the harbour really interesting and protected areas to discover. Has a bustling nightlife. Just below the cross at the water's edge is a tranquil saloon called Elizabeth Bay. Continuing on, you can see a bay filled with boats. This is Rushcutters Bay, where the cruising yacht club of Australia is based. Another harbour island is visible now, Clark Island. So that members of the public can visit and enjoy the island whenever they like. This island was once used by a lieutenant guard to plant onions taken down by Sydney Cove. The area was divided from east to west by the freshwater stream called the Thames Stream.
Water skier.
You're out of focus. Look at the view here.
Look at the bird. Oh, look at the bird.
Parang old sleepy town sa States. What do you think? Obviously, she thinks nothing of it.
Let's go up there. We're up there. Well, Watson's Bay. As the Pacific Ocean.
It's the ocean. What? I'm going to this place. I'm gonna take that picture. Over there is that? Gawa ko yung ulo lang nakikita sa inyo tapos puro background din nandun eh. Hindi naman, hanggang dito naman. Bakit? Pag ako kinakanan yung gitna ako. Kaya nga tagal ko kumuha sa inyo eh. Ano, dyan ka... Pwede na sa lahat yung ito na.
Ito, ito.
Hindi ka nakita.
Ah.
Isa ba? Yan.
By ferry to Kitchener. Rome is situated on a narrow piece of land with a short walk between two famous villages. Captain Grimsbaum landed only about 1 week after landing in Sydney Cove. He went out looking for more farmland and more freshwater streams. When he and his men arrived at the harbour bridge at Landing, a tribe of Aborigines was fishing there. Philip was so impressed by his stature that he named the whole area Landing. Davis lay out on the right.
What to?
That's a nicotine. What is it?
Porcupine.
Hey, what is
The
it?
porcupine.
Hey, porcupine.
You see the little patty melon thing?
Yeah.
Over there, feed something like that little.
Oh yeah, it's smoking it.
Like flourish, and they can be found just about anywhere on the mainland of Australia. Not in Tasmania, however, because, well, that supports the theory that the Bass Strait stretch of sea was formed after the arrival of the dingoes, so they couldn't get across to Tasmania. Is that right, Jill? And he gets the first piece. Sally's next. Good girl. All right, Julie. Been very good. Good girl. Right, unlike the Tasmanian devils next door that actually share each piece of food and they will eat together, these guys move to the 4 or 3 of what you have to pay to get the food that you do catch. So they hunt for one.
Hang on, Matt.
Did you tag it, Mum?
No, I just wanted to turn around.
They snarl, wail and scream, especially when they are angry or frightened. Like most
That's our hotel over there. I'll be the guide for today. Tour guide.
To touch and feel. 3 enormous floating oceanariums are attached to the main hall. They have almost 150 meters of underwater tunnels. The first Sydney Aquarium.
The ugly area in Sydney. Ugly area. Beautiful.
Straight ahead on the other side of the harbour is the huge smiling face at the entrance to Luna Park. For many years a famous fun park built in the 1930s. No longer operating as a fun park, but it is still one of the great landmarks on the harbour. To the right of Luna Park and closer to the harbour ridge is the North Sydney Olympic Pool. On the foreshore of the Metcalfe Bond building to our left, you'll find a row of restaurants that offer a range of cuisine from fresh seafood and Italian pastas to French bistro and Chinese noodles. Excellent food, served in surroundings reminiscent of much of the early colonial flavour, has been retained with the narrow lanes and cobbled streets which once resounded to the tread of convicts, soldiers, sailors and villains. Many of the old buildings have been retained, and you can find a fascinating collection of boutiques, galleries, taverns, terraced houses, craft centres and restaurants. Every weekend there are markets which spill out onto the streets. In this area, you can find evidence of how the early settlers hacked at the rocky sandstone to build the colony's first hospital, observatory and city defences. And it is said the scarred rock is where the more unfortunate convicts were whipped for various misdemeanours. The Rocks area has known both wealth and poverty over the last 200 years, but its historic flavour has been retained through the efforts of locals who rallied to oppose a master plan to replace the place with skyscrapers during the 1960s and 70s. Find the Argyle Stairs taking you to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Village Green, the Garrison Church, and Sydney's oldest pub, the Lord Nelson. Or does that somewhat dubious honour belong to another just around the corner called the Hero of Waterloo? Both are full of character, so it's worth checking it out for yourself.
Police station.
On our left, Sydney Cove is the birthplace of modern Australia. As we previously mentioned, it is here that 13 sailing ships of the First Fleet dropped anchor on the 26th of January 1788 at the end of their long 8-month voyage from England to found the colony of New South Wales. The 26th of January is now marked every year as Australia Day, which is the birthplace of modern Australia. It was here in January 1788 that the First Fleet dropped anchor at the end of its, as well as a variety of rehearsal rooms, shops and restaurants. Australia has one of the world's highest ratios of theatre-goers per capita. An audience have been thrilled by many of the world's greatest performers, including Dame Joan Sutherland, Luciano Pavarotti, Dame Margot Fonteyn, and Rudolf Nureyev. The Sydney Opera House presents opera, dance, theatre, ballet, and every form of music from symphony concerts to jazz. Performances are held throughout the year, and the building is open every day except Good Friday and Christmas Day. Box office is open for tickets Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. and guided tours operate daily between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. depending on theatre availability. Tours depart at regular intervals from the lower concourse and last about...
Sydney Opera House will be the next stop.
Binilang din ni Marvin.
Well, it's not like, I don't mean to be rude, but you were just getting us way too much information.
Take a picture. Take a picture of the bridge.
Here on the boat below us at the moment. We've just seen the bride enter there. That's what's going on down there. So this area of the building here, this is called the northern foyer of the concert hall for pretty obvious reasons, because we face north, we're looking across here to North Sydney, and this is the concert view, that feeling that when you stand here, that you're bringing the two main halls, the concert hall and the opera theatre. So he's designed them to be built on this plot of land and to lie side by side. Our concert hall right here. Okay folks, just as we stand here, before we come across into the opera theatre, this is a pretty good place to have a look at the tiles on the roof of the building. This is where we get a pretty good view of them. And I guess the first thing I should tell you is that the roof of the Sydney Opera House is not white, because of course in a lot of... Around to your left, please, in front of the lady on the wall.
Mas malaki yung concert hall kasi dun sa opera.
Wow. Wow.
Early 19th century. They contain the largest palm collection in the world, and some of the rarest native and exotic plants can be found in the Rainforest Glasshouse. The next building you can see to our left is the Conservatorium of Music. Built in the early 1800s as a stable for the governor's residence, it was turned over to the youth of New South Wales in 1913 and has produced many outstanding young musicians. Located nearby in Bridge Street to the right is the Museum of Sydney. This exciting modern museum is built on the site of Australia's first government house, where today state-of-the-art technology brings history to life. It is a fascinating journey of discovery which revisits Sydney's early development from 1788 to 1850 and beyond, and a good address for leading medical specialists. The next building on the left is the State Library of New South Wales. It traces its origins back to 1826. The library houses many of Australia's early archival documents, including the journal of botanist Sir Joseph Banks and the logbook of Captain William Bligh, the Governor of New South Wales, better known for his role in the mutiny on the Bounty. Big Parliament Building, which was originally the north wing of the old Rom Hospital. It is open to the public for organised tours on weekdays between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Next on the left is Sydney Hospital, which nowadays is an accident and emergency hospital. Built on the proceeds of rum sales, many of its original nurses were trained by Florence Nightingale, and appropriately enough, the nurses' residential quarters are named the Nightingale Wing.
This is the oldest public building in Sydney.
The Hyde Park Barracks building, now seen on the left, was home to convict men and a place of punishment between 1819 and 1848. Later it became an immigration depot for young girls and a government asylum for women. On the right you can see Hyde Park, the site of Australia's first racetrack, hence its oval shape. The first race meeting in 1810 was so successful that it lasted for 3 days. The horses ran clockwise, a tradition which continues in New South Wales and Queensland, as opposed to other states where the horses run anti-clockwise. Along the way to Mrs. Macquarie's chair, we travelled through the Domain, the site of that first farm in the colony. The Domain is now home to some of Sydney's major cultural events. Up to 100,000 people attend the annual Carols by Candlelight singing just before Christmas. An outdoor opera, symphony and folk concerts are staged here during the Festival of Sydney each January. As a means of narrowing of the waters. So far as the convicts were concerned, it had more to do with hunger resulting from meagre rations. Departing from the Rocks area, there are daily tours of Fort Denison conducted by the National Parks and Wildlife Services. And you can still set your watch on the clocks by the cannon, which is fired every day at precisely 1 p.m.
Just coming down to stop number 5 now, Mrs. Macquarie's chair. Now you can't see the chair from the bus. From the stop it's to the right front of the bus, just down between the trees. The chair itself was carved out of rock by the convicts, so that Mrs. Macquarie, wife of our 5th Governor Lachlan Macquarie, could sit there and look out over the harbour. This is stop number 5, Mrs. Macquarie's chair.
Between Aboriginal art and the land.
Yan ba yung Olympic pool na sinasabi kanina?
European art is strongly represented at the gallery with works from the 15th to the 8th.
Now, the Art Gallery of New South Wales. Entry is free. Stop number 6.
Pounds, $20, and other notable citizens also contributed. The colony's most renowned architect, Francis Greenway, was initially asked to draw up plans, as he had designed the Anglican Cathedral St Andrews a year earlier. But strangely enough, Greenway's plans will come one of these days. Tours are available at 12 noon each Sunday. They begin inside the cathedral and take about 3 hours.
Actually you look up to your left, you'll see that they've started on those spires. They'll go up for another 30 metres. Should be finished by the end of this year.
Hello!
135 years after they started.
Yes, sir.
Yes, if you look up Crown Street, you'll see some palm trees up on the right. That's the Hard Rock. King's Cross, stop number.
Carriage, in contrast to the crowded brick apartment blocks we see today. The house is beautifully furnished to the style of 19th century life between 1839 and 1845. And it hosts changing exhibitions which explore interior design and decoration. On our way to Elizabeth Bay House, we pass another elegant dwelling on our right called Boomerang, which during the 1990s changed hands for a modest $15 million. Elizabeth Bay itself was originally known by the Aboriginal names Jerrawal and Yarranabi. The later
overlooking Elizabeth Bay down to our left.
Kaya pasandan naman sakit ng ulo. Sakit eh.
Meaning small black kangaroo. Known locally as the Loo, the area was infamous for its links with the Sydney underworld of the 1920s and 1930s. On the right is the Royal Australian Navy's fleet base at Garden Island. Also on the right, you'll see one of the Loo's more popular attractions, Harry's Cafe de Wheels, where generations of Sydneysiders and visitors, including celebrities like Marlene Dietrich, have enjoyed a pie and mushy peas, or one of Harry's memorable hot dogs. It is often the last stop on the way home after a night on the town, and a favourite with Navy personnel from the fleet base next door.
Made de Wheels. Harry's been in the area since 1945. He's famous for his pie and peas.
It was shut down for many years while the powers that be decided what to do with it, whether it should be pulled down or renovated. It is a striking example of Sydney's waterfront architecture and finally is being redeveloped as luxury apartments, restaurants and shops.
First we'll go through the Sydney Harbour Tunnel, then we'll turn around and come back across the Sydney Harbour Bridge. That will take us to stop number 13 at Wynyard in George Street.
Expressway, and then we'll enter the Sydney Harbour Tunnel, taking us to the north side of the harbour, for a brief glimpse back to the city. The Sydney Harbour Tunnel was opened in 1992 to ease traffic congestion on the other major link between the south and north sides of the harbour, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The tunnel was built by a Japanese consortium. They took on this enormous engineering feat in return for being able to operate it and collect the tolls for 30 years, when it will be handed back to the state government. It was made in sections. The huge prefabricated concrete tubes were built just south of Sydney at Port Kembla. They were shipped here and then lowered onto the floor of the harbour. Nearly 2 million cubic metres of material had to be excavated for the construction. But despite that, no buildings needed to be demolished and no private land had to be resumed. It took 3 years to build, using 130,000 cubic metres of concrete, more than 15,000 tonnes of steel, more than 30,000 litres of paint, and it cost $500 million. The tunnel is 2.3 kilometres long. 1 kilometre actually runs underwater, and at its deepest point is 27 metres below sea level. There are 2 traffic lanes in each direction, designed to take a total of 7,000 vehicles an hour, which helps take some of the traffic away from the harbour bridge. Buses and advertising agencies. It is also a great spot for quality restaurants and cafes with a good variety of international cuisine. Since the mid-1960s, North Sydney has developed from a quiet little village into a satellite city. It is located on finished Peninsula, which runs due north through the northern beaches all the way to Palm Beach. There was quite a commotion at the official opening ceremony at the city end of the bridge in 1932. Before the Premier Jack Lang could step forward to cut the ribbon, a paramilitary organisation called the New Guard, which was strongly opposed to the Premier, intervened. One of their more militant members, Captain de Groot, galloped forward and slashed the ribbon with his sword. It is thought that Captain de Groot said, "You're not the man you think you are, Mr. Jack Lang. I will open the bridge on behalf of the New Guard." As he was led away, the ribbon was retied and the ceremony proceeded as planned. From the bridge, you can enjoy panoramic views of one of the finest harbours in the world. The entrance to the harbour from the Pacific Ocean is way off to the left, and you can see the Sydney Opera House down below. Across to the right, you look west towards Parramatta, some 14 kilometres away, which is where the early European settlers found the arable land and grazing pastures to save the colony from starvation. Just as we leave the bridge, if you look to the right, you will notice an unusual building. That is the Sydney Observatory, which was built in 1858. It was essential for ship navigation, tide measurement and timekeeping, and also especially useful to study the stars in the southern hemisphere. In the 1880s, under Henry Chamberlain Russell, Sydney Observatory gained international recognition when Russell took some of the first astronomical photographs in the world. It's also where North Shore trains and buses interlink with the southern and southwestern services. Just a little way along George Street from Wynyard Station is Martin Place, which has become a meeting place for Sydneysiders since being turned into a pedestrian mall. Is the focus for the Anzac Day Remembrance ceremonies held every year on April the 25th.
Next intersection we cross over is Market Street at this set of lights. Down to our left in Market Street, the entrance for the AMP Sydney Tower, Monorail Station, Department Store David Jones. To our right, the Queen Victoria Building, full of specialty shops, cafes, restaurants. Planet Hollywood, about 200 metres down in front of the bus.
Hello, Marvin. How's your head? It still hurts.
On the right, next to the Queen Victoria Building, you can see the Sydney Town Hall, which was built on the burial ground of St Andrew's Cathedral, which stands alongside it. Place day and night with many pubs and cafes and fascinating shopping experiences. It is also the scene each February of Sydney's Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras, which attracts thousands of people from around the world. The Mardi Gras has grown into one of the biggest events on the calendar, and with up to 200 floats and attracting 750,000 spectators. It being the under the clock has started many a romance.
Stop 16, Central Railway Station. On your left is Central Railway. Access to the trains. Next stop, Chinatown, stop 17.
Daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., except for Christmas Day.
Paddy's Market on your left, opens on Fridays and weekends. Straight ahead is the Powerhouse Museum, Australia's largest museum. Stop 17. on the left, Sydney Entertainment Center. Next up is Star City, stop 18.
The American Cup, the 132-year margin is broken at long last.
International yachting's most famous icon, the winged keel of the America's Cup winner Australia 2 is on display. And vessels moored at the museum's wharves include the tiny World War II Commando Raider Crate. Next stop is Star City, where you'll find a 5-star hotel and a spectacular casino full of its kind in the world. It has become a mecca for major international conferences, trade shows and exhibitions, boat shows, motor shows, information technology showcases. Its vast open spaces are rarely empty.
Nie, ale zobacz tutaj, zobacz.
Ayan na naman. Hello.
Ah, claro que muerden.
Hello.
I think this is what we ate.
Mom. Ano yung panimot?
Focusing.
Ayaw.
There you go. Wala pang focus ka.
Pero sa last kasi mo rin.
Spider Crusher in Japan.
Cowfish. It's a cowfish. Don't have a cow, man.
Snuffleupagus.
Hello there, Mr. Cuttlefish.
No, Mr.
It's looking at you.
Mark. Mark.
It's humongous. Madami yata.
Nakita mo yung stingray ng laki?
Oo, laki.
Pinakawanan mo?
Look at this one.
Awesome. I don't know how many teeth it has.
Unless one of the ones is something
We're walking. Sarmada. Sega World. It's our last stop today. It's our last stop in Sydney. What do you think?
Huh?
It's our last stop. What can you say?
Finally.
What about you?
Finally, I want to go home.
What about you, Marv?
Too
Busy
busy
looking.
Anyway, mate. 17.
Hello there. Where are you? Are you excited to go
I'm in
home?
the airport.
Are you excited to go home?
No, I'm having fun. I don't want to. Yeah.
What about you?
I want to go home.
And you, Marvin?
Oh, I want to go home. I want my bed. I want my driver. I want my room.
And I want myself.
I want Stelfa. We can get one Happy Meal each. We can form one Mickey.
Yeah.
Want one Mickey?
Bigyan natin kila Erin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One Mickey for all of you.
This is the airport.
Okay, ikaw Game Boy, ako travel case.
Ano travel case?
Alam mo yung backpack? Just have tent tayo? Ano? Tent? I wanna go to Egypt.
Hello there.
I'm the champion. I'm the winner. I'm number one.
Lloyd Stuber, Miss D. Lloyd Stuber, traveling on 111 to Los Angeles.